What's up, guys? Frank here. Wanted to take some time today and kind of go over this new Backwater 40 that I just recently got. Kind of actually going to take it out today and put it in the water for the first time, but before I did that, I kind of wanted to I guess give a brief overview, kind of, you know, my thoughts on some things, update everybody on kind of some of the stuff that Backwater's doing going forward. I guess first and foremost, from just running it on the trailer, the new 40 sounds way more, way stronger, I guess you could say, than the 37. It's just from idle all the way to red line. It's just at idle it's deeper, throatier. You can tell it's got a different cam in it. I mean, that's obvious. So I'm really anxious to, like I said, get on the water here in a little bit and see what it'll do. But the the frame, I know a lot of people have had some questions on the frame. I had, before this 40, I had the 37 light, or the 37 in this same frame, and I guess a lot of people are calling it a light frame, but you know, I've made some posts on Mud Motor Talk and some of the Facebook groups as far as, you know, there's nothing really light about it, honestly. But the frame, this frame here that you're looking at, it's so good that Backwater is now, at least in the big block motors, the 35, 37, and 40, this is going to be the standard go-to frame for all those motors. The full cage frame, that's still going to be available. They're not doing away with it. It's just they're going to refer to it as the SWOMP Classic. And I've owned a 35 and a 37 in the full cage frame, and I've owned the 37 and now the 40 in this frame. And comparing the two, I can tell you there is definitely a performance increase in this frame versus the full frame. It is easier to drive. This frame is more, I guess the weight is more motor forward, so especially in slow speed maneuvering, you know, in tight trees and whatnot. This is a much easier to drive motor. Also, the full frames, they were still really tight, really you know, there wasn't a lot of vibration to them, especially as far as longtails go. But with this new frame, I mean, it's doing away with that U-joint is, you know, it's made a world of difference. And we'll have videos of this thing later running, and hopefully that smoothness will come across. But it's got the Versa mount transom. You can mount these outboard like I've got, or you can mount them inboard, depending on what boat you've got. Some boats, you know, you really need to run them a certain way over another. Something else that they're going to now, it's going to be standard on all the big block, all the big block swamps, is they're doing away with the lever throttle, and there's now this, I say lever throttle, everybody knows what I'm talking about, the traditional long-tail throttle, and now they've got this squeeze throttle, which is a lot more like what you'd find on a surface drive. But surface drives, personal watercraft, snowmobile, stuff like that, they all kind of incorporate this kind of throttle, and it's a lot easier to run the tighter turns and stuff with this throttle as opposed to the other one. So I've been told. I guess I'll find out, because this is my first go around with that kind of throttle setup. Going back, touching on the frame, it is a direct drive setup, no U-joint. There's a coupler inside the bell housing that mates the crank on the motor to the drive shaft. The drive shaft is a 7/8 inch drive shaft. The prop end has is hex, so to remove the prop, super easy on these. All you do is back your two nuts off with a impact, and at most all you have to do is give the prop a little love tap with a rubber mallet. It'll pop right off. Got the surface tracer cavitation plate. Everybody knows about those. The Revo Clean bearing system, I'll get in there. There's that. Everybody should be familiar with all that stuff. If you're not, Backwater details all that on their website. Trying to think what else. That's really all I've got so far. We're gonna put this thing on the water here shortly, and hopefully get some videos and some initial speed runs, and we'll go from there. Whatever speed we do get today, I know this based on the 37 I had before this. Whatever speeds we do get today, they are going to pick up as the motor breaks in, and we get some more hours on it. I don't think I might have, yeah. So just so everybody is aware, .2 hours. So I've had it idling, and that's pretty much it, all we've done so far. So like I said, we'll put it on the water here shortly, and see what it's all about. You guys stay tuned. Hey guys, Frank again. Finally got out here on the lake today, and actually just got through running the new SWOMP 40 for the first time, and it's big motor. Again, it's just me on the boat, but I mean I'm a pretty big guy, so I'm really probably about like two normal guys. So it's just me in the boat. I got a couple little tools I brought just in case I needed to do any adjusting on the cavitation plate or the Versa mount, transom mount. Ended up not having to adjust anything. I could probably do some little fine tuning adjusting, but the surface tracer cavitation plate, it's running right at the water level, good enough for me. And I don't think adjusting it a little one way or another would gain me any or much more performance. So I'm just going to leave it as is, the way it was shipped to me, which is nice. It's mounted on this 1752 Alweld Mud Hull. It's got the pointed bow. I'm not sure how much that plays into the weight or whatever of these Alweld boats, but that's what I'm running on. I got, like I said, a few tools, battery, 6 gallons of gas, and just got through running across the lake. And with me and the load I went over, it's holding 26 miles an hour. My 37 that I had in this same frame, after it was broke in, it would hold 25 and bump 26. So this is holding 26, and I just made like a little half-mile run, and I don't think, anyway, looking at the GPS, I had to go back and watch the video, but I don't think I bumped 27. I'm pretty confident once this thing is broke in, I'm pretty sure seeing as how that we're now holding 26, we ought to be able to get to 27 after we get a few hours on this thing and it's broke in. I'm really anxious now to kind of see what this thing is going to do with a load in it. The 37 definitely was a beast when it came to hauling. Lots of people, lots of gear, which really comes into play for me, especially during duck season. So I'm anxious to see how much of an improvement this 40 is over the 37 when it comes to, like I said, those heavier loads come duck season. After using the new squeeze throttle for the first time, what little I've used it out here today, I can tell you, I, honest to goodness, now prefer it over the old lever style. This squeeze throttle coming in and out of turns, it's really it's a lot more user friendly. I'll say that. Doing the going into, coming out of turns, and we're out here on a big open lake, so I haven't done any like real tight navigating or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that would that would really also shine there as well. I'm trying to think what else. I'll fire it up for you guys, that way you guys can hear it run. It, like I said earlier, it does sound different than the 37. You can tell there's a new exhaust, and you can tell there is a new cam in these things. That's really all I got. I'll fire it up here, let you guys listen to it. You can hopefully get some indication from the video of how vibration free this unit is, and then I might get some video of me running around the lake. I know I'll try to get a more clear video with the speedometer readout and all on a video here soon. But yeah, hope you guys like this. All right, okay, real quick, I'm gonna get some video of this thing firing up. This is not a cold start. It's been running, so first thing you do, the motor does have to be the prop does have to be out of the water a pretty good bit, because the mercury switch that's on this thing, they definitely don't want you starting the motor with the prop in the water, which is smart. So you got the prop out of the water, you'll turn the key. Hopefully you heard that. That's the fuel pump priming. Once it's stopped, that means your fuel system's primed. You just turn the key and the thing will fire up. Hopefully you can hear me. It's running about, here to idle, about 1100 RPM. It'll drop down, and that's about between 900 to 1,000, and it'll keep that 900 to 1,000 if you're idling around with the prop in the water. I'll rev it up a little bit, that way hopefully you guys can pick up on some of that as well. I'm not sure how good the audio is going to come out on that. Hopefully, though, it does give you guys some indication, especially for those of you who may already have a 37 or really even a 35. Some of the differences as far as sound, especially, you can just audibly tell. Again, I know I've said it a couple times now, but this is not just something where they recalibrated some stuff and squeezed another 3 horsepower somewhere. It's this is a lot more than just 3 more horsepower. I know it's a 40 instead of a 37, but with the new cam, the new exhaust, strengthened block, all new pistons, all new rods. It's and the new ECU calibration. This is really it's as close to an all new motor as you can get from Briggs and Stratton. So I'm a big fan of it. You know, if you guys, like I said before, if you guys have any additional questions, anything specific you guys want to see, you know, let me know. And you know, again, I'm happy to help you guys out with any questions you may have come up in the future. Thanks, guys.